So we're going to talk about energized line worker coupling with capacitance. Our production manager, Mr. Joey, is going to help me in just a minute. And this is his first time helping me out. This is going to be cool. Joey Pelliter, he's a great guy, and he's just a wonderful production manager here at Bierer Meters, and he runs a tight ship. And he's created a Bierer team, a Bierer line team, and it's a neat thing what he does. But I want to talk to you guys about something. This tool here, the PD25, the PD50 series, this tool is true RMS plus or minus 1%. No other tool like it. And that's actually true. This is one of Walter's 17 patents. This tool here, true RMS, you can high pot with this tool. You can de-energize capacitance. You can de-energize capacitors. You can also verify your regulator neutrals in the neutral position. You can test lightning arresters with it. You can go phase to ground, phase to phase with it. You can use a phase sequence adapter, and you can verify the leading phase in the field and your rotation in the field with this tool. It's pretty cool. You can also, with a DC 100 battery pack, you can also identify cable new construction. What you do is you put that 100-volt battery pack on your secondary probe. You take the meter probe to the other side, and when you see 100 volts, because this reads AC and DC voltages, when you see 100 volts, guess what? That's your cable. So you can do a lot with this tool. It's what we call multimeter. But there's another functionality of this tool that folks really need to get a hold of and grasp, and that is this tool is a great training device. That's why we use it. We use this tool for a training device. So if you're you guys ever heard of scientific experiments? Well, you can use this tool here, the PD25, PD50 series. You can use this tool for line worker experiments. Seriously. And you can, when you're out in the field, you could actually get underneath the transmission line, hold this up, and you can look at voltage that's in the air right above your head. I've done it with my wife. I took her out, we went walking, because she didn't believe me that I was about to tell her. I told her that, hey, when we go walk down, do our little walk in our neighborhood, and when we walk underneath those distribution lines, you are being energized. And she's not a line worker. And she's like, you're crazy. No way. So I take the PD25 line worker experiment. I took the PD25 with us on our walk that day. And we got to that distribution line. I told her to stop. We're right off the edge of the street, which is the normal place we walk. It's a safe street, okay? We don't have sidewalk, but it's safe. And I took that tool, put it together, I went to ground with the secondary probe, and I held this near her head. Okay, she's a little shorter than me. That's a good thing. She's a little shorter than me, and I put it near her head, and check it out. There was 6 volts right by her head. Not above her head, by her head. There was like 3 volts here in the ground, just above the ground, and there was 6 volts at her head level. She freaked out. Not only that, but you can use these for line worker experiments. When you're in a substation, when you're in a bucket truck, and you can just verify what's going on. When a line worker is working unsafe and they're getting into the MAD, watch what the numbers say. When they're out of the MAD, watch what the numbers say. When they're working, today's a nice dry day here in South Carolina, but if it was real humid, we had rain just a few days ago, so it's kind of squishy. If it was real humid, these numbers you're about to see, and Mr. Joey's going to help me prove them, these numbers would actually be a little higher, okay? So I always like to train folks that when they're using these tools and it's a real juicy, humid day, moist day, a little foggy day, I always tell them to get, you got your MAD, I always tell them to get madder. Seriously. And when you use this as a line worker experiment, you'll understand why you want to be a little madder. We'll talk about that. Okay? You ready, Joey? Come on in. Come on, man. Yo, brother. Okay. There's Mr. Joey, folks. Production manager. Does a great job. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 3 kV power supply, turn it on. and we're going to look at the differences in the voltage on my body. So whenever you're working hot, if you're safe or you're unsafe, you know what, Joey? I'm going to have you do this. I'm going to have you do this. If you're working, go ahead, Nick. If you're working safe or unsafe, you are coupling capacitively with your job when you're working. That's a true fact. Well, check this out. This is amazing. Again, line worker experiment right here. All right. You ready, Joey?
Sir.
Okay. So Mr. Joey, he's got our VD1000X. This is my favorite. The VD1000X is my favorite wireless single point voltage indicator, voltage detector. It's my favorite. The reason why is because the X stands for secondary. So you can use this all the way up, direct contact, remember that. You can use it all the way up to 999 kV transmission. You put it in URD, it goes to 99.9. You go to OH, overhead, it goes to 99.9. But it has a little position called the X, which is secondary. And check it out. It is very accurate on all your secondaries. And capacitive test points. Whoa, that is a great tool. Okay. Anyways, so Mr. Joey, go ahead and press down on that. I'm going to go take this tool to 2 kV. 2 kV, this tool. Here, show them this, Simon. 2 kV, this tool is accurate from 1 volt. It starts working at 1 volt. Great for line worker experiments. Starts working at 1 volt and it goes up to 2000. So we'll put it in 2 kV. And Mr. Joey will go to his shoes. And what do we see? 1 volt, Mr. Simon. Okay, 1 volt. So Joey's working safe. Come on back a little bit more, Joey, on your, let's get about 36 inches. There we go, let's do it again. About 1 volt. So he's working safe and he's coupling capacitively with his job. Okay? 1 volt on his back. Let's go to his glove. Inside glove. 0. Okay, that's cool. All right, Joey, go ahead and short stick. Be a short sticker. He's working unsafe. We're still getting 1 volt. Getting no volts, huh? There's 1. Trying to get to 1. All right, inside glove. See that, guys? 5 volts. All right? All right, Joey, go ahead and tool glove. Tool gloving, Joey doesn't have the hot stick. He's got the hot stick adapter. So he's going to tool glove. Here we go. 2 volts, a little higher. Go to his back. 3 volts, a little higher. Go to inside glove. 6 volts, a little higher. Y'all see that? So he's working unsafe. So you always want to work safely. Joey, go ahead and put it back down and come back on your stick. Get that air dielectric back. Press down. Okay, so here we go. So we got that source right there. Now we got Joey's head right here. Okay, so we're clean. We're good. 0. Okay, oh, there's 1. See that, Simon? There's 1 volt. Let's go in the air. See that? 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh? 12. Look at that. Right there. 16. Get closer over here. Remember, it's flowing through the tool, the current, so it's going to be hotter here. So there's close to 100. Let's go to the stick. Now remember, the stick's insulated, but that voltage is flowing through the air, kind of around that stick, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. See that, Simon? Y'all see that? That's why you want to get back on your stick, and that's exactly why you want to be away from your job, away from your work, and that's exactly why you want your air dielectric. Exactly why.